alright. Sorry for the bad connection. Here in the 40s, we don't exactly have internet. Hello, I'm Natalia Christie Pope. Thanks for tuning in to Pope's Prattle program, where I quite literally prattle on, meaning talk at length in a foolish or inconsequential way.
Literally just learned that word yesterday.
Today's prattle sesh topic is confessions. Coming from the infamous r/Reddit forum. Do you need to confess anything?
I bet you dirty little
Has plenty of deep, dark secrets to confess. Sit, Mama Pope will listen to take this burden weight off your shoulders. Not because I like to listen to the fucked up shit you have going on in your life to distract me from my own boring life. Now let's prattle. This is my first ever YouTube video. Please just give me a chance. No makeup!
This is my second take recording this. I'm going to lose it.
Today I'm going to attempt to do this look. I had another look in mind, but I tried to do it and I actually lost my shit. I normally do hair rollers. This is my first attempt at doing pin curls. And if it doesn't turn out good, then you will not be seeing this video. Let's get the ball rolling with our first story from r/confession from you/burner/MacBurnerson. I know how to read. I have been hooking up with my best friend's grandmother.
Grandmother.
Just putting it out there. I love it. I'm going to keep this vague and brief for anonymity. I've been friends with this guy for a while. He moved away and asked that I spend time with his grandmother so that she doesn't get lonely. He's like a brother to me, so I agree. Oh, that's sweet. She recognized me from some events that he had in his life that I was a part of, so we already had a rapport. For reference, she is in her 60s and I am in my 20s/30s. I sat with her and did some crafts together, like normal shit you would do with your grandmother. She asked that I make her a drink, and when I brought it back, she told me that she didn't enjoy drinking alone. Okay, Barbara. I took the hint and made myself a drink. Fast forward 2 hours, in between the two of us, we probably knocked back around 6 julps. I said that wrong for sure. So I'm pretty tipsy. Eventually the topic got onto my dating endeavor. She told me that I needed to find a girlfriend before I end up like her, old and alone. That just makes me so sad, guys. It makes me so sad thinking about like old people being alone like that. Like, I just think about like me and my boyfriend. Oh my god, no, I'm gonna cry, stop. I reassured her that she was pretty and didn't look a day over 40 again. Shit that you would say to an older lady. She asked if I could believe that she hadn't gotten off since her late husband passed away. Barbara's bold. She's got no time to waste. I love that for her. Put it out there, queen. Talk your shit. To be honest, that caught me off guard, both from how sexual the conversation had gotten and from the idea that someone can go over a decade without finishing. She asked if I would help her out. I won't lie, she's a beautiful woman, and the booze broke down my inhibition. I said screw it and said yes, and we hooked up. Since then, we've been hooking up semi-regularly. Of course, I feel guilty as hell due to her being my friend's grandmother. On the other hand, we both are single adults, and I needed to get this off my chest because it's been eating me up inside. I'm not mad about it. I don't think that's a problem. You're both consenting adults. Now, if it was my friend and my grandmother, okay, maybe I'd be kind of a little weirded out, but like, she's lonely. She's lonely. I can see how it's like an uncomfortable situation for her grandson and him being her grandson's friend, but they're both consenting adults. Do you? Have fun. If you're not hurting anyone, go for it. Let's see if my eyeliner will be nice to me today. She rarely is. I had a really weird dream last night, and I'm trying to remember what it was. Do you ever get like, you know you had a weird dream, but you can't like remember what it was? It really bothers me. I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel like she's actually pretty clean. I might make it a bit more thick, actually. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera, so this video is not 20 hours long.
Oh my god.
Okay, I give up on the eyeliner and trying to make it even. We're just gonna deal with it, and I'm not gonna look at it. I'm going in with my Revolution eyeshadow palette in the shade Cockatoo, just to add some white right here on the lid. I should have done this before, but there's something so nerve-wracking about making a YouTube video. I feel so much pressure right now. This is my first YouTube video and I'm already cracking under pressure. I can't even talk. And then I'm going to go in with my busted NYX contour palette from 6th grade. I just re-found out what brand it is, and I've had it since 6th grade. You're like, what, 12? I am 19 now. At least now I know the brand so I can get a new one. Don't even ask me the shade because it's so busted. I don't know yet. When I get a new one, I'll tell you. But I'm going in with the brown on the crease of my eye to kind of darken it up. Okay, next one. From You Essentially DD. My parents are taking money from me. What should I do?
Kill them.
Not do that. I do not condone violence. I was just joking. Sorry. I'm 16, female, from an African household, and recently just got a job. My first job, and my parents are super happy, and I was too one night. One night I was talking with my dad about the job, and I said, I think I want to start saving my money. I want to be responsible. And he says, you don't get to decide what you do with your money. We do.
Oh, hell no!
I was in shock. That sentence itself doesn't sound right. It's not. And then he goes on saying, I have to send a certain amount of money to him and my mom, and I asked how much would I get left with. I get paid $280 a week, but this conversation was before I figured out I get paid every 2 weeks. He said $80 and my heart dropped. I felt weak, and he goes on about how it's his house and rules, and I have to follow house policy. I said okay and left it at that because if I argue, he would hit me and take my stuff. Following 2 weeks, we are at this fast food restaurant, and he goes to my sister. She will be helping us with the bills, and I was confused. I said, what bills? And he goes, you're going to send $200 to your grandmother in Africa, which I was okay with because I love my grandma, and $200 to this teacher I hired to teach orphan kids in Africa. I was baffled because I don't know who this teacher was, and I've never met him, but I said okay anyway, and he mentioned I'll pay another bill of $300 to this other teacher that teaches me AB Islam. I lost my appetite and couldn't even eat anymore, but again I said okay because I don't want him to beat me or take my phone. That's so sad, like, that is so sad. I hate that people live in situations like these. I hate that parents like these, I hate that people like this have kids and become parents because you are not equipped. You should not be making your child feel like this. You should not be taking your child's money and making them pay things that you, one, should be paying or should... I'm getting mad. He keeps telling me you're better than other kids or friends your age because you're helping your family. And I don't know what to do because my dad is controlling and I'm scared if I speak up I'll get hurt or he'll take everything away from me. A little background info, my dad has multiple wives and 18 kids. My mom is his second wife. His other wife has 7 kids, and 5 out of those 7 kids are doctors making a lot of money, triple what I make. Update, this morning he talked to me and said, you don't have to pay the teacher in Africa anymore. And I said, I also shouldn't have to pay the teacher that teaches me Islam. And he said in a weird tone, fine, I'll pay it, but you're still only getting $200, so where is the rest of the money going? I'm not one to give good advice. This story is very fucked up. This man should not be a father. My camera is shaking. Sorry. So I'm going to go off what the top comment says. Tiki Thunder 823. Save as much money as you can. If you ever get a raise, never speak of it. Save what you can do and leave when you're 18. If you can't afford it, look for a good friend to roommate with. The more you work, the less you'll be home as well. More money will be taken, but you won't be home with the constant nagging. Stay late at school if possible before work. Study. Take care of yourself. I'm reading the OP's comment to someone down here. They're very controlling. I doubt they'll even let me move out. I bet they'll do everything in their power to hold me down. What I have to say to that is don't let them hold you down. I kind of, not relate to that, but I understand. They're going to continue to be controlling. They're going to try to hold you back, and they're going to do everything in their power to do so. But you have to, you know what you want to do with your life, and you know that being there in that household will not get you the life that you want. And I don't know how to fucking give advice. You're not going to get the life you want being there. So, you're not going to get the life you want being there. So you have to make the best decision for you. And if that's getting out of that house, then that's getting out of that house. I feel so awkward making this video. I'm stumbling on my words. But trust, I will get better. Please just keep watching. I'm going in with the Maybelline foundation. My beauty blender is very dirty. You're not going to say anything about it. Okay, our next one. I feel like this one's going to make me sad. from u/no_instance 3507, sorry. And the title is, None of my friends or family knows that I'm living a double life. Hello everyone, I can't tell anyone in my social circle about this, but I can't keep it a secret either. I was born and raised in a very traditional and strict family in my home country. Honor killings are still a thing. I'm so sorry. As a result, I feel like I'm living a double life to ensure my safety. I was always a very well-behaved child and did everything I could to never disappoint my parents, but as I grew older, I began to realize that I completely disagreed with the way of life we were living. This disagreement intensified when I met my current boyfriend. The problem was that he was from a different nationality where I'd come from. It is strictly forbidden for a girl to marry a man from a different nationality. I personally know of many cases where girls have been severely punished for attempting to do so, and there have been similar situations in my neighborhood. Knowing what could happen, I did not want to pursue this relationship, but I fell deeply in love. This is so fucked up. I wish I get, like, different cultures and religions, but I wish people could just love who they love. They should be able to. And with everything going on in the world right now, this is even more prevalent. With everything going on in the world, I feel like this is brought up even more. You should be able to love who you love, no matter what. And no one should judge you for that, and you shouldn't feel ashamed for that. And it's fucked up that people have to experience this all because people let our differences tear us apart. That's what I'm trying to say. You loving someone shouldn't feel like life or death. I'm gonna get mad. Since then, I have been living in great fear, and secretly I look into the faces of all my relatives and realize that none of them are my friends and that everyone could be a potential danger. It is difficult for me to live with this secret, especially because I am at an age where I should be getting married, and my parents have repeatedly discussed with me. I feel like I am deceiving everyone, and I feel pain and pity for some of my family members. If my relationship becomes known, my family will become local outcasts. You shouldn't feel guilty for that. You shouldn't. You shouldn't have to feel guilty for that. I feel guilty and afraid every day from the very first second I wake up in the morning, but I can't give up on my loved one and the chance that one day I will be able to live free like other people, get an education, and build a good family with healthy relationships inside the house. I hope that my plans will come true and be successful. However, until then, I have to keep it all inside. I will never trust anyone to tell them about it. This is a good comment, because I suck at conveying my thoughts. This is from Nocturnal Brat Prince. English is not my native language. I'll try to be clear anyway. I understand the affection and care for your family. However, many of them are choosing to live this way despite the cost it brings to others and the cost it may bring to their loved ones. Protecting them is protecting those who would sacrifice you. And if there are members who want to follow in your footsteps by leaving that place, you will send them a strong, hopeful, and clear message. Seek your freedom, OP. OP said thank you. That one just made me sad. I just realized how red my eye is from my first attempt. I'm going to put more. Why didn't you guys tell me? No one told me. Going in with my favorite powder, Airspun. I know there's some. I know they came out a while ago that it's like cancer causing, but everything is nowadays, and it is the best powder. If you have any other recs, though, comment down below. I am making a mess. Now I'm going in with my busted NYX contour palette from 6 Ring. One of my pin curls fell out and it's not even curly. I have zero faith in these. I should have just done rollers. I feel like this video is going to be so long. I'm doing this is only my first day, okay? I'm going in with my eyebrow gel. What's the brand? NYX Thick and Stick It eyebrow mascara. Going in with my ColourPop highlight in the shade Super Shock Highlighter. And then I just put this on my cheeks like that. And then I get a little bit and put it on my nose. I'm so sorry that this mirror is probably all in the way. I'm making it work. I'm making it work. Next story comes from flimsy_custard 7277. I worked at PetSmart in the early 2000s and stole hundreds of dollars worth of tropical fish. You know what? King shit, because PetSmart fish get treated so bad. I was the fish guy. I set aside 2 of the tanks to put problem/bully fish and or fish that people brought into the store to get rid of. Usually just overgrown Quicusculus. Bitch, I don't know how to read. There were no cameras at all in the fish section. There were no cameras at all on the fish section. I would very often just put fish, once for sale I wanted, into one of those tanks, mark them as dead in the system, and bag them up at the end of the day and walk out with them in my lunchbox. Eventually, I started ordering fish specifically for myself. Fancy stuff, discus, ghost knife fish, pacu, tons of stuff marked dead on arrival. This went on for nearly 2 years, and I ended up with over 1,000 gallons of tanks running in my house.
What?
Sorry, edit, I never got caught. I actually quit because of the managers forcing the sale of a lizard to someone who was going to have it in a unsafe environment. The dude had caught a lizard while on vacation and wanted to buy it a friend. No, sorry, they had a policy that we could refuse sale of an animal if we knew they were going to mistreat it. Like people buying tropical fish to feed to their alligator because they're tired of watching it eat goldfish. You know what? People are probably, like, gonna be mad about that, but, like, PetSmart severely mistreats their fish, and I don't know if you've seen those videos of, like, the betta fish. Well, obviously everyone's seen betta fish. They're kept, and why do I make bold statements like that, everyone? But you've probably seen betta fish in those tiny ass little cups just sitting there. I've walked past a PetSmart and seen dead ones before. They're severely mistreated and abused. Sorry, PetSmart, not sorry. You treat your animals bad. The top comment, bottled butthole. Thank you. People are shitting on you for it. But honestly, I'm sure the fish had better quality of life with you than sitting in some 3-inch cup waiting to die. That's exactly what I just said. Texting my boyfriend, he just went on lunch. This is my favorite mascara. I'm running out of it, but I have, like, they're all, like, almost empty, but Lash Princess, or Essence Lash Princess, whatever. I fucking love this brand. If you're this brand, sponsor me, send me PR, please. I don't know how any of this works. This is my first YouTube video ever. But I'm gonna go with the brown one today. Black brown. I don't know if I want to do just mascara or should do lashes. Oh, these are my old crusty dusty lashes, and you're not gonna say anything about it. Lash or no lash or lash. I wish you could, like, tell me live. I'm going with lash. This one is actually absolutely vile and disgusting, so trigger warning. Coming from Eric Fender, more like Eric Offender. I have a habit of trying to hire college girls to photograph me. I am always on the hunt for broke, in need of money co-eds that will agree to take nude photos of me showing off my man size and masturbating. I found 7 young ladies so far and 2 older women. One of the co-eds and one of the older women are repeaters. I love sitting in front of strange women, stroking myself and watching them zooming in between my legs. I tell them it's for my wife, but it's really just for my sexual gratification of exposing myself to them. They are all adults, so hey, $100 is $100. You're disgusting. You're perverted. What you're doing is not harmless. You are traumatizing women for money, putting them in a position where they probably feel uncomfortable, too uncomfortable to say no. And you're like, but it's money. Hey, you're a creep. And the fact that he clarified young, too. Someone says, where did you pick these women up? Were any of them under the influence of drinks or drugs immediately before you hired them? And OP says, colleges. There are a lot of financially strapped young women in college. Easier than you would think and easier than I thought.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I just started by asking them if they knew anyone who would be interested for $100 an hour. Easily, a third of them said yes. One hooked me up with her girlfriend. You're fucked. For the lip, I'm using Revlon shade Vampire Love. I'm also gonna use my eyeshadow palette to darken it up because my favorite lip liner died on me. Using the Morphe Bronze Metal palette, going in with the shade Champion. And now I'm just gonna go in again with Vampire Love. It melted in my car, so it's she's kind of fucked up, but we're not gonna talk about it. She still gets the job done. And then I just go in with more eyeshadow to, like, matte my lips up. I hate the feeling of lip gloss. Or, like, lipstick, wet lipstick. Okay, makeup's done. We're so cute. Before I move on to hair, let's do another little story. This one's kind of long, but it looks funny, so I'll read half of it and then start in my hair. This comes from Ask Technical 9937. I clogged my school's entire plumbing and I was never caught. You're fucked up. The last 3 weeks of my junior year, I caught a case of a horrible virus. I'm sorry. My complexion was still normal and physically I looked the same. However, as soon as I drank or ate anything, everything let loose. This was so involuntary that I forced myself to go on a diet of strictly eating at home. I kept doing this all day, but in the week of my sickness, I fell a victim to peer pressure. My classmate had recently had a birthday and was very popular, so when they were welcomed back, everyone wanted to celebrate with cake. Not only was I not done getting better, but still using my strategy, I am also lactose intolerant. Babe. This event has had to be one of the most stressful experiences ever. The second I said I didn't want cake, the popular classmate was so offended, she cried. She then began to say how this event has been the best thing that's happened to her the whole week. After my unfortunate events, even though I advocated for myself, saying I was allergic to milk, the class bashed and called me inconsiderate. Is this fake? This has to be fake. I'm gonna take a break and do my hair. If this doesn't turn out good, ooh, I'm gonna cry. I feel like I definitely did it wrong. Maybe not, maybe not. I normally do roller sets, so I'm not too confident in this. And I don't like how the ends look different. Never mind. Maybe she's promising. Okay, let's brush it. For some reason, the front came out better than the back, so it's kind of disappointing because I'm going to be doing victory rolls today, and the front did not need to be little. Just have faith in me. I don't know if I do, but I need you to. I actually need to go to my big mirror to do this. So, transition. Forgive me. I had to do my hair off camera because I was losing it. It did not turn out, I will say, it did not turn out how I imagined. And I'm feeling very overstimulated right now, but I'm going to keep pushing myself because this is something I really want to do. I want to make content. I want to put myself out there. I know, in the grand scheme of things, this will make me happy, but right now, it's my first video. It's my first video. I'm obviously very new to this and losing it, so just work with me, please. Very hectic. I need to figure out better placement for things. I need to figure out a better setup for everything, and hopefully it will be more smoothly. If you guys would like a hair tutorial, that could be the next video. Just give me some ideas for the next video. What do you want to see? What stories do you want me to read? And on the topic of stories, let's finish off where we left off on our last story. The class bashed and called me inconsiderate. I also felt bad knowing how hard things can be, especially now with this virus. They gave the hugest slice in honor of me getting over not wanting to celebrate by eating cake. Everyone watched as I chewed and swallowed the cake and even tried making me get more. I instantly felt my stomach drop and bubble endlessly. I turned everywhere and looked at everyone. Everyone's eyes looked at me with disgust as my facial expressions began to change along with my horrible stomach pain. Suddenly, everyone, even the teacher, surrounded me and questioned whether I actually chewed the cake as I was about to throw up, holding everything in for their sake. Why was the teacher's in there? Why would she allow this? Why would they allow this? This is what's making me think it's fake, but I mean, fucked up things happen. A second passed and I couldn't hold it anymore. I rushed, I pushed, and I even took the rest of the cake along with me. The cake, still in its box, looked just as good before it was cut. Both me and the cake were now in the bathroom, both on the floor. Why did you take the cake with you? And just picturing that, like, you're dying on the bathroom floor, holding the murderer. Both me and the cake were now on the bathroom floor. And the horrid smell that I caused, the second I sat down, everything came flooding out. Not an ounce of strength was needed. After I was done, I realized nobody came to check on me or even asked why I ran out. That's fucked up. With all the feelings built up, I decided to flush the entire carton of cake down the drain. Not only that, but I also flushed the entire toilet roll. I could feel the pressure in the toilet build up as I stuffed more and more things inside. Just one flush was all it took. Why? What's going on? I know you're in a panic. I know you're freaking out, but what's the thought process here? I don't think there is one. Everything stopped. The water didn't even have the chance to rise. I felt glad and I kept flushing and flushing. I left out the restroom like nothing happened. When I came back, I said I saved the cake in my locker because it was so good and I was happy I changed my mind to celebrate my classmate. I also said the reason I ran out is because I just ate too much at once and I had to save the rest for later. Nobody really cared. They just wanted to keep a reason not to work and celebrate instead. It was like nobody really noticed that I was back or that I had ran out, so I waited and waited that night in the morning so they could all notice. Not only did my class... So I waited and waited that night in the morning so they could all notice. Not only did my class notice, but the entire school. Water was flooding out the bathroom, soaking the class and hall floors with everything that I could possibly have to do with a toilet. I didn't feel one bit of shame. The school never knew who it was or how it happened because the camera had recently gone out due to previous power outages. Most importantly, nobody suspected it was me, especially since I realized that they never really cared to pay attention or notice anything about me. After I got better, I came to class with a mini cake made from oat milk and ate it while everyone else sat.
Why can I not read?
I came to class with a mini cake made from oat milk and ate it while everyone else sat confused and then surprised. I wasn't bothered by the still remaining smell. This was by far one of the proudest moments I've had. It should teach people to value others' presences because I probably would have been caught if they valued mine. I don't think that's real. And I don't know if you guys really understood anything that I said because I suck at reading. I suck at being literate. Yeah, everyone in the comments is like, this is fake. One last story by United Advantage 718. I have never told anyone about what I saw late night walking home. When I was 17, I was walking home around 2 a.m. from a friend's place. My neighborhood is quiet, no cars, no people, just streetlights and the sound of sprinklers halfway down the block. I hear footsteps behind me, slowly, steady, matching my pace. I turn around, nothing. Streets empty. I keep walking, footsteps start again, but closer this time. I freeze, and they stop. Out of the corner of my eye, I see something crouched behind a parked car. Pale, almost too pale. Long arms pressed up to the ground like it wasn't standing upright. I blink, and it's gone. No sound, no movement. I sprinted the rest of the way home. My parents thought I was just being paranoid, but I swear on my life I wasn't. Even now, years later, I'm walking alone at night and the street goes quiet. My stomach drops and I remember that thing. I don't know if it was a person, an animal, or something else, but I know it was watching me. Well, it should just be like a crackhead or something. Either you're hallucinating, you saw something, or it's just a crackhead. Alright, that is it for my first ever YouTube video. If you stuck around this long, props to you, because boy was this a journey. Give me some recs down below of any stories you have, or any type of video you want to hear. Do you want another makeup video? Do you want a hair video? I can definitely do a tutorial on this. My hair is busted right now. Just a lot of things went wrong today, but I pushed through it, and now we're here. I'm saying a whole bunch of nothing. If you would like to like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate it. I am very, very, very new at this and trying to grow my channel. Please just give me some grace. I'm sure you can tell that the title was not clickbait. I really do just prattle along and not make any sense. I hope when I'm editing this that I can somehow edit it into coherent sentences that make sense for you guys, but I really do doubt it. Thank you for watching Pope's Prattle program, where I really do just prattle.